नमस्कार, इन गोवा बातमीपत्रात आपलं स्वागत। सुरुवातीला पाहूया राज्यातल्या महत्त्वाच्या घडामोडी। राज्याच्या आरोग्य क्षेत्रात आमूलाग्र बदल घडून आणण्यासाठी आणि जनतेला दर्जेदार आरोग्य सेवा पुरवण्यासाठी राज्य सरकारनं खासगी इस्पितळांसोबत एकत्रित काम करणं ही काळाची गरज असल्याचं मत आरोग्यमंत्री विश्वजित राणे यांनी व्यक्त केलं। प्रधानमंत्री स्वास्थ्य सुरक्षा योजना अंतर्गत बांधण्यात येत असलेल्या इस्पितळाचं काम पूर्णत्वास आले असल्याची माहितीही यावेळी आरोग्यमंत्र्यांनी दिली।
To our keynote speaker.
Definitely, I believe profit is one aspect as far as the private hospitals take things forward, but that is also necessary because they are not able to provide that type of quality facilities if they do not have that type of a cushion and work in that direction. As far as Goa, I would like to share with the audience and the dignitaries, I was just talking to Alok ji, is that there needs to be some sort of directions actually, and I was appreciating the recent decision taken by the Government of India of having private medical college linked to district hospitals, which will be a game changer. A state like Goa, even if you give us the money, or if you put that 40% and the 75 colleges which we have also received a letter, if we are interested in taking it forward, but replicating a government college, one more government medical college in Goa may not make sense, but instead taking the private sector on board. I strongly believe health financing is a major issue, but today there are various ways, and the various ways forward is tying up with the private sector. We are also building the largest hospital under PMSSY because of the blessings of the Honorable Prime Minister, which should be ready, which is spending close to around 450 crores of rupees on that hospital, should be ready anytime now. What I believe strongly, and I always tell our team, is that we need to have a lot of involvement with the private sector. When we talk of health financing, we talk of several things. I mean, when we have also put a proposal, like you mentioned, already we are in the process of taking Goa Institute of Management as our knowledge partner along with us, so that we can have a thorough integration and we can exchange our views and come out with a good policy for the state of Goa. But as far as we are concerned, whether it is telemedicine, whether today we find sometimes radiologists are in short supply. How do you then once a week somebody goes to a particular hospital to get his X-ray done? This should be avoided. So what we are trying to do now is that we have mentioned to the Chief Minister in our vision document is that we want to outsource diagnostics so that through telemedicine we are able to provide that type of care to the person in that particular area, and he doesn't have to move out of his primary health center jurisdiction. This is the way forward. We have also opened our and thought process to have more public-private partnership in terms of the new super specialty hospital. We said we'll come up with a unique model, getting a private medical college to the South District Hospital so that those issues of the people of South Goa can be resolved. Training is something that we are stressing as far as our doctors are concerned. I, for one, believe that public-private partnership is very important. It is to be integrated along with, like, primary and secondary care can be taken care of by the government, tertiary care, the private sector can come in. And this is how we need to have a model in which we can successfully create a very successful kind of integration. Volume is also required. If volume is not there, no private player is going to come forward to tie up with any institution. However much you publicize it, best consultancy agency you take on board, that's not going to work. So as a result of which we need to take people, and why I talked about Manipal is that Manipal has not only been providing good quality healthcare, but they have also been investing in disruptive technology in multiple ways, and this is one of those which we are also utilizing. So I strongly believe that, having the Honorable Prime Minister, and I was just telling Mr. Alok Kumar ji, is that this is the first government from independent India that has invested so much of money in health infrastructure. And this is very good because and also they have given us a clear-cut direction that there is a flexibility of even managing those institutes which you create. And that was never there. Always it was a grey area. Those grey areas have been removed, and there is a total clarity in terms of policy of Government of India. Even if health is a state subject, and how do we integrate this and take these things forward? This is the way I believe that if a state wants to make progress, then getting the private sector on board, integrating with them, utilizing whatever disruptive technology that is there and which is well tested, have a professional team that can advise you, have partners like Jim and other Jim who can become knowledge partners. And when I was just saying, so that the students actually can do internship and all with our departments that are very progressive thinking, because this is a great exposure. I mean, we want to do something differently, and one thing which is our advantage is that we are a very small state. We can actually see the difference immediately, and we can, impact people's life and get a feedback as to what steps we are taking is correct or we need to further correct it. When Meena and we discussed, we were discussing a concept which is very, very, very unique to us. We have never thought about it as far as Goa is concerned, and we are thinking seriously on how we can work with her and take things forward. Home care is something which also needs to be looked at. Integration of the people working and creating a community skill force in the villages so that they can work in integration with the women and child department, taking care of people. And like she had mentioned, we mentioned to the Chief Minister that this should be some area which we need to look at. Have teams of 20, 25 people in a small periphery. Divide them. We want to take now about 400 people in the area of community, create a community skill force so that, basically whether it is old age people, just as what she is doing. She has been successful at what she is doing. We need to be very confident when we take decisions at the state level. If somebody is doing something good, we need to push what is being done in a very good way as a policy of the state, that we want to do this and this is the way we want. And you don't need to feel guilty that if somebody is doing a good job, then that job, we need to promote those type of people in associating with the state and moving further. And this community skilling which I was mentioning, what is her idea, is that you have this group of people, train them so that they can be of great use to the people in the panchayat level, right from the panchayat level, right in the city. I was just talking in general after I spoke to her, is there are a lot of old people who are there, who are neglected. And they're not only in the villages, they're also in the city. And as we speak in the city, even in Panjim, there are examples of people who just coming from very good families, but if a person reaches a particular age, he's just put aside. And we need to take care of those people, we need to address those issues, and we need the state to play a very important role. State cannot be, though I strongly believe public-private partnership, I strongly also believe that government has its role and its duties to ensure that this is monitored and taken forward.